Good morning everyone, my name is Shannon and this is my channel, The Sewing Warehouse. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and for the people that follow me on Instagram will know that I have been on holiday. I've taken my me mates out and went and visited the sun for a little bit, so that's why I didn't upload any videos. But I am back, and this will be my first mates and plans video. I did tell you a little bit before about plans that I've had, but I haven't really made like a separate makes and plans video just because I was just like starting up. But now I am ready to make a full makes and plans video. I don't have them really categorized by month because I don't really have that much sewing time, so I just decided, okay, if I've made 3 things, I'm gonna make a video and make a video of my 3 makes and my plans for the 3 next ones. Before I went on holiday, I uploaded a video where I did talk a little bit about my plans before I went on holiday and how ambitious they were, and I am here to tell you today that I nailed it. I made everything I was set out to do, and I even made more. Ridiculous, right? Yeah, I had a few days off work before I went on holiday, and I just, started making and making and making, obviously. So yeah, I finished it all, and I am here to tell you all about them. So let's start with the first one. I'll pop in a picture here as well, but I made the Cora skirt from La Maison Victor. They are a magazine, so I'm not sure you can buy their patterns just like separately. But yeah, I got this in the magazine and I saw it and I was like, this is a perfect project to start sewing stretch with because it's very easy, it's nice to wear. So yeah, I got to it. I made it in a grey Ponte Roma from Jenny Stitches. I use Mariflex thread, so I can have nice straight stitches, which is really good, which is really nice. I loved it. And I use elastic bias binding for the slit. Yeah, I wasn't going to make my own. I thought I was, but then I read up on it and then I wasn't. So I made this in a size 40, but I think for the next one I will make it like 1 or maybe even 2 sizes smaller because it's just a little bit too big. I think the ease in the pattern is just like there's not like a lot of negative ease. I think I didn't check it really, but yeah. It is definitely though a quick sew. Like I've sewn this in like 2 hours. From cutting to finished product, 2 hours. It was nice. It's really a nice project, and I think the slit on the side really makes it like kind of interesting and easy to walk in as well. I do think maybe I will make a shorter version as well because I'm not that tall, so I think the pattern was drafted for someone a bit taller, but it comes to my ankles now, which is nice in some ways, but I also wanted a bit of a shorter version. So I'll make more for next summer, definitely. Yeah, I really enjoyed this make. Like it's so easy, and also because like with Ponte Roma you don't have to finish the edges. So it's just like bish bash boom, done. Next. So nice. So then the next one, what did I make? Oh yes, I made the Saltwater Slip Dress by Friday Pattern Company. And I'm happy with this dress because it won me a challenge, the Sewing Bee challenge. So on Instagram. So definitely happy I did that. And it's a nice dress. Like it's also again not that difficult to make. It's just like a long front and a long back and just some straps. So and then the slit. But it was a nice and quick make. I did find like I was a bit worried because I stay stitched the neckline. I made it in crinkled rayon, so it's obviously like it's stretched. Well, it's easy to stretch out. So as I stay stitched the necklines, I wish I stay stitched armholes as well. Learn for next time. But I stay stitched the neckline. I made the whole dress. It looked really nice, and I put it on. And it was all saggy, and I was just like, "Oh no! You don't tell me that I just stretched out this whole neckline, even though I stay stitched it. Like, please." But as it turned out, it was just that the straps were way too long. Way too long. So I cut those off by quite a bit, like I think at least 20 centimeters. So yeah, and then still, well, the back is still a bit like saggy, but I'm okay with it. It doesn't look off or anything. I think what it is that the bit here is too wide for my body, or the way it's supposed to sit. So I think if I'm gonna make another one, I will have to like bring this in a little bit, so just so that it sits nice and flat. Shorten the straps by quite a bit, and stay stitched armholes. So I am happy with the dress. I will wear it. It's beautiful. Like, the fabric is so gorgeous. I'm in love with this fabric. And yeah, so it looks nice. I like that it has the straps, because if it didn't have the straps, it would just look like a formless potato sack, which I am not. So I am happy with the straps. And maybe I will make a shorter version as well, because I do like the long version. But yeah, also I noticed that the bust darts are too short, so like they're kind of pointing towards my A-back, but they're just like, they don't come in far enough. So I've got some hacking to do before I make another one. And then I made a bustier top, which I made from scraps of fabric, because I made this full circle skirt. It's the first thing I have ever made. It's a little bit too small around the waist, but I'm happy with it. I can wear it, so that's nice. And I just had a scrap of fabric, so if I make a bustier top, that will make like a nice outfit for on holiday. So I bought a pattern for a bustier top on Etsy. Now obviously it's always a bit of a hit and miss when you buy a pattern of Etsy. I wouldn't say it's a complete miss, this one, because I did have a wearable top at the end. But it's definitely not really, like, it wasn't really up to my standards or something. Like, there were no instructions, there were no measurements for the sizes available. Like, she wouldn't reply to me on email if I asked questions, things like that. So it wasn't the easiest thing. And then I don't know, somehow, like, if you printed it standing up, apparently like like it wouldn't, the scale wouldn't be right, but there was no like square to check anything at all, so like you couldn't really tell. So I was like cutting out the pieces, and I was like, this is so small, this is so tiny, how can this be right? So I then changed it to landscape, and then it did come out right. But the back pieces were not long enough or wide enough. So it was funny, because the front piece was fine, it worked. Like, the side seam would come right here, so that was long enough, that was fine. It was just the back piece that needed lengthening, so I did that. And it is nice, so it is lined, so you don't really see like any edges or anything like that. It's a bit of a fiddle to get it right, but it does look nice in the end, I will say. And it has an open-ended zip, which is the first for me, but I just used the technique I knew from just sewing on a normal zip, and it worked, so it's fine. I did struggle a little bit, because I had to like cut off the zip because it was way too long. And then I watched this video on how to like make the end like so the zipper doesn't come off. So it said like, okay, so like 6 stitches around it, so it sewed like stitches by hand, thinking it was enough, and it wasn't. So I tried it on and floop, zipper off, and I was like, no, this is gonna be like I have to buy a new zipper. And but ultimately I was able to put the what do you call that, actually, the zipper thing back on. I was able to fix it, sewed more stitches, like 20 more stitches, to make sure that it didn't come off again, and it was fine. So yeah, I'm really enjoying wearing that one. And you can see here, full outfit in Greece. It was lush. Then I did some unselfish sewing, selfless sewing, I should say. Sorry, correction there. For a friend. Now, my friend, she saw my Saguaro set and she fell in love, and she's like, I want one. I was like, okay, for this one time only offer, I will make you one. So we went to the fabric shop, picked out some fabric together that she liked, and I wanted to make the whole set before we went on holiday, because we went on holiday together with our partners. So it would have been so nice to wear our Saguaro sets together, but she's quite tall, so the trousers are going to be a bit more difficult. I have to figure out like how to lengthen them. So I made the top because it was quite obvious that she fell in one category only, which is like so nice, for the top. But with the trousers I have to lengthen them, but I have to figure out like where exactly to lengthen them. Like, is it only the legs or is it the rise as well? Probably is, because you know, that's just how it works. So yeah, I still have to do the trousers, but the top has come out so nice, and I'm so jealous because this fabric is beautiful. It's this purple viscose that we bought in the Netherlands, and it is very pretty. It is very pretty. It's also so nice to sew. Like, I sew the Saguaro set in a linen and in a cotton, and which is also nice. But I really like the look of the Saguaro set in viscose, so I really want to make one for myself, or at least the top for myself, for next year in some viscose. And I was right, because like the top is so beautiful. It's so pretty, and it looks really nice on her as well. Like, so nice. So yeah, I just made like the small for the top and everything, and yeah, so that was all fine. Trousers are to be announced, to be made, I suppose. And then last but not least, I made myself something really nice, and I wore it to my dad's wedding. But I made myself the poppy dress by Mood Society. It's a free pattern, so I will encourage you to go and check it out, because it looks really difficult, but it really isn't. It is a very nice pattern. Now obviously, I don't know if you've ever made mood patterns before, but their instructions are not always great, which I understand. Like, they don't want to, it's a free pattern, they don't want to spend too much time on it. But on the other hand, it's like, you've made this beautiful pattern and you want people to use it, and you're gonna have crappy instructions with it. It's like, it doesn't just, that just doesn't add up to me. But you know, whatever rocks your boat, I guess. But for the poppy dress, they did a sew along on Instagram. Now, Instagram is not the best platform to host it, in my opinion, because like, it's in their story highlights. They've saved it in the story highlights, and you can go to the videos, but you can't pause the videos. So if you see like one bit and you're like, oh, I'm going to do it like that, and then you want to go back, you have to go all the way back to the stories, to the right story, to the right video, get it on the right minute. So that is a little bit annoying. And also, I found that the instructions on the website don't link up to the instructions on the Instagram. So they don't follow the same order of things that they make in. It's a bit, or even the same techniques, like they do completely different. So it's just like, okay, choose one to follow, I would say, if you're gonna make this again. And trust me, it is totally worth it. This dress is gorgeous. I made this in a wildflower cotton poplin from Dashwood Studios, and I bought it from Fabrics Galore, and it was actually on sale, so it was only like £6 a meter. Can you imagine that? So yeah, I made it with self-cover buttons as well, which just makes it like this. It just lifts it to a new level if you have like the buttons as well. So at my dad's wedding, I told everyone like, oh, I made this dress, and no one would believe me. It's like, I actually did. Yeah, get used to it. I make all my own clothes now. Yeah, it was a bit of a tricky one because I fell into like 4 different sizes, and I probably could have made it a little bit bigger on the hips, but it fits. I get it on, so it's fine. The other thing is that I think the bodice is too long for my body, so it's supposed to like lay flat on the front and the back, but with me it doesn't, because I have to pull the skirt up a little bit and tie it around my actual waist, so it bulges up a little bit. Now it doesn't look odd at all, especially if you have like a puff sleeve, so that the back is a bit puffy. No one sees anything wrong with that at all, so that's fine. I'm not sure if I will make this dress again, just because it's like so out there, and you wouldn't really want to, like, if I want to wear this dress, I just wear the one I made. So I don't think I'll make another one, because like it's fine. But yeah, I guess to the trained eye, the fit is a little bit off. But what I did notice, like, I was trying it on while making it so many times, and like I feel like it wouldn't fit me, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I tried fixing it, but it didn't work, so I just get on. And then actually the whole thing, it didn't come together until I put the first button on. As soon as I put the first button on and tried it on again, it fit and it was fine. Like, I was just like, oh, because the body was too long, like I would try to fit the skirt lower together, but it wouldn't cover my whole body, because I'm quite hourglass, so the skirt doesn't fit around my hips where it's supposed to fit around the waist, right? Because I'm not straight. So yeah, when the first button came on and I was actually able to put it on my waist and then put the whole dress together, it was fine. So I would suggest, like, try not to make too many adjustments before you actually have the button on, so you can see how it falls, because it didn't make any sense to me until I put the first button on. So just so you know, obviously the dress was like a big success. You can't really wear a bra. Well, you can do whatever you want, but I wanted to wear it without a bra, so I put some boob tape to keep my boobs up, and then I had some, they call it fashion tape, on that like sticks to the dress and your skin. So people would think it was quite revealing, but it wouldn't move and everything was taped up. So even if like it came loose, like you wouldn't really see anything because it was all taped up. But the illusion is nice. Yeah, maybe not for everyone, but I like a bit of like sexy. So yeah, it was good. It was nice. I liked wearing it. And I'm hoping that the photos from the wedding will come soon, and I will have some nice pictures of me in my dress. So yeah, that were my makes from the last month and a half, I would say, I guess, or right before my holiday. If you have any more questions, if you want to know more details about the makes, please pop them below and I will answer them quickly. But now on to my plans for the next 3 makes. So obviously, like I said, I'm making a saguaro trousers for my friend. Then I am making, I have just started yesterday making the Tilly and the Buttons Marta dress. And this is a funny one because I have been so on top of my, well, this year I've just had made more time for sewing, so I've been finishing a lot more. Guess it or not, but the Marta dress is actually going to be my Christmas dress. Yes, believe it or not, I have planned this to be the dress I'm going to wear for Christmas. And it's on my Make 9 list, so I just figured I would start it now, and just if I have time at the end of my Make 9 list, I have plenty of other things I want to sew, so I will never run out of plans. That's fine. But yeah, I am making the Marta dress. I am making a wearable twoil because this is a bit more fitted, so I just want to get it right. So I'm making a wearable muslin. I will say muslin because the other word is too difficult to pronounce. Because just like I don't want to keep making muslins in like calico fabric and just chuck them away, just wasteful. So you know, we're all trying to be sustainable in our own way. So I'm making a wearable muslin for the Marta dress. Yeah, making the muslin in like this dark blue background with like pink flowers. It's a rayon. I'm making them both in rayon. And the other one is in turquoise with some white kind of like speckle thingies on it. And I bought it from Stitch Fabrics last time they were around in Birmingham. So yeah, I'm starting to make that. And then I have my making trousers for my dad. They've been on the list for a long time, but I need to make a muslin for him. For him to like come and try it on so I can make the actual trousers. Like I've had the fabric for so long because I know he smells it. I think I bought it in 2020. Oh my god, 2 years ago. Yeah, so he hasn't been able to visit because of the big C. So I really haven't had a reason to sew it up. But since now my Make 9 list is going so well, I figured I will make time to make a muslin, and then when he comes to visit, he can try it on. So that is, I've already cut it out, the fabric. Did I? I did. I already cut it out in the fabric. So all I have to do is sew it up. So yeah, that's nice. Then I have, I have got another make on my Make 9 list, which is the Libby shirt from Sew Over It. And actually, I've had that pattern for a long time, but I just kind of haven't found the right fabric for it. So I've never actually started it. Excuse me, I'll sip my coffee. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to buy some new viscose and make that up, but that's something for a little bit later in this year, because if you have seen me on my Instagram, you will see that I have announced a new sewing challenge, and all I will say about it now is that it will run for the month of October, and hopefully it will be an annual recurring challenge for the month of October. So I'm gonna leave my plans for that a little bit secret. So I will not tell you about the next make because it will reveal what my challenge is gonna be about. So I'm gonna keep that a little bit secret, and I will tell you more about my sewing challenge next week. So keep posted, and you will find out what the challenge is, and hopefully you will be able to join us. Check it out on my Instagram at The Sewing Warehouse. Obviously, if you have any questions, let me know. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I would love to hear from you.